crazy. I can't, I want to like, just dance. I'm so excited. Like, I don't even know what I'm feeling right now. All right, number 42, turquoise lotus mother. Did I get that right? Yes, I did. There we go. Turquoise lotus mother brings precious healing to you now. Allow yourself to be lifted out of struggle, beloved one. We talked about this in the daily with the Ten of Wands. An old pattern is finally in its death throes. Something that weighed heavily on you from your past. This can be one of the most testing times to allow something to go, just when it seems to be so demanding of your time, focus, and attention. Yet do not doubt, we just talked about that, do not doubt you have actually learned the lessons. Talked about that too. It required of you, and now you are being blessed with an opportunity to receive karmic healing. Yeah, okay, so this, to me, this is the daily. So again, if you haven't watched the daily, please go check it. First card out in the daily was the Justice card. That is a straight up karma card. You know, you get in what you get in what you put out. You know, the scales being balanced. You've gone through the trials already. Now's time for payment. Now's time for reward. Now's time to reap the understanding and the benefits of what you've gone through. Because I guarantee you, you guys have gone through a lot. We all have. And I feel like it's been a long time. Like, I think a lot of us are like, God, we're still doing this. Like, we're still here. I'm still working for it. And none of us have given up. You have not given up. You better not. And if you're about to, don't. Keep going. Like, I keep thinking, like, it's like that battled and bruised warrior. Like, you've been fighting for so long, and you're defensive because you're like, fuck. Like, I just need to keep protecting this fort. I gotta keep holding it down. You are strong enough to do it. You have gained the wisdom. You understand how this war is being played. You understand all the strategies. You got this. You know, I get you're tired. I get it's been long. Don't give up now. Do not. Oh, I got real sorry. I got real loud. I was like, do not do it. Okay, I know this video. You know what? This video is just gonna be long, and you're gonna love it. So I'm gonna pull Romance Angels because of the Two of Cups, and then I think we're just gonna do it. We're gonna do the tarot spread. Why not? We're just gonna have a long video. I try to keep them around 20. It's not happening. Sorry, I've abandoned it. All right, Romance Angels. Thought those were gonna go. Guess not. Maybe I'll tilt this down for Passion just came out. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. I'm not done with you yet. We're gonna keep going. I'm gonna tilt this down for the tarot spread. Maybe after the tarot cards, I'll lay out all the oracle. Okay, there we go. I'll lay out all the oracle cards we got. We're not taking all of that. Ugh. Okay. Who went flying? All right. Ugh. You know what? I'm not feeling those. You made life too difficult. You just went all over the place. If you're meant to be, you'll come back. Do another shuffle. What was I saying? Yes. So we'll take these. I'll tilt down for the tarot cards so you can see those now that the space is clear. Legit, this whole counter was covered in decks. And then maybe I'll even fan out the ones we got from the oracles. So, this kind of makes me happy. So, before I turn this around, because it's going to sound very contradictory to everything we've just talked about, I think this is what we've been healing from. This is what... For those of you who this is talking about a divine union, for those of you who have been trying to manifest a relationship, first things first, you haven't been asking for a relationship. You have been thinking and everything just got real heavy. What you have been dreaming of and wishing for and trying to manifest is a real heavy love. Like this, and not heavy where it's sad and oppressive. Like this love is legendary. Like legendary. Like these are, soulmates, twin flame, whatever you want to call it. But this soul connection you know, has been long time in the making. Like long time in the making. And I mentioned in the daily how like different cues I was getting from the video I was watching. Like I just kept thinking of like this coven or like ancestors, you know, like priests and priestesses, like had this vision of what was happening in the future, like this particular moment. And there were like, you know, blessings made and spells cast. Like there's been support from people past to like when the stars align, when all the bright things happen and all the moments come into action. Like there has been so much energy put into this upcoming moment, you know, that you'll never be aware of. But like there's so much has been happening. But it's all part of this idea and this dream you've had of this crazy significant union. So the cards that came up were separation and unrequited love. And I think this has been, for the people this is really resonating to, this has been the storyline up until this point. You know, your past relationships that had failed, or, you know, like crushes and infatuation where, you know, you gave your all and it wasn't returned, and it was like, oh my God, I did everything I could. How could this not? Why did we still fall apart? And this was why. They were not on the same level. But I think a lot of this had to teach you of the significance of what's coming, how to appreciate what's coming, and also to get you ready. It's like, you know, so I'm going to give more, I'm going to give more, I'm going to more, you know. And it wasn't about you not giving enough. One, it was about you giving it to the right person. And one, it was about activating that level of love and passion inside of you. It was getting that feeling so you knew what this felt like. You mean, like, because at first you fell in love with the idea of the person. You know, like you created a vision, like, oh, this is going to be amazing. Then you got into it, you had your ups and downs, and then things, and not that, you know, this perfect love is going to be idealistic and you're never going to have a down. Like, it's going to be only ups. Like, of course, every relationship has ups and downs. But in this relationship, the downs were really to show you the separation between the ideal and what was in front of you. But you never lost the ideal. You never lost it. This was just to strengthen your own ability and strengthen your perception of this, like, just crazy love, like crazy good, crazy deep, crazy intense, like epic. Like, I just keep thinking like legendary lovers, like just like I want to say Romeo and Juliet, but it's not that. It's not tragic. But it's that like monumental romance that like people will write about one day. Right? Okay. Right. I'm shuffling already. I'm getting into it. Let me tilt you down. Right. Look at how many cards you pulled. I'm going crazy tonight. So sorry. But I hope you're enjoying it. This is a lot. All right. One more shuffle and then we'll cut and then we'll get some cards. All right, Spirit, what do we need to know? Ooh, that was a high one. Okay, I'm just going to flip them. Okay, so the moon. Sorry, let me do it that way. So moon, first card out. Yes. So we have the new moon coming up. Again, great time to set some new intentions. So put your prayers out there. Put your intentions out there. Write them on a piece of paper. Light them up. Send them into the universe. You know, I personally like to go to the beach, so I think after everything that's gone down today, I'm most likely heading to the beach for the new moon. It's going to be a thing. But again, the moon is always about cycles. Always. This is a brand new beginning. Again, this void is opening up. This entire new chapter is really about to unfold. Eight of Cups, walking away from that which does not serve us. This is also like a spiritual separation. This is like walking through the desert away from, you know, the wandering, away from, you know, the feeling of being lost, you know, I'm just going to say it, like being guided towards the oasis. Like, you know, it's almost like you've been wandering in the desert all this time, and then all of a sudden, hi Leo, you see my little kitty in the back. Now you just instantly know, like, oh, the town is that way. Like, this is walking through the desert. You know, the wandering is over. Like, legit, the wandering is over. I don't know where that came from. Oh, that was interesting. 5 of Pentacles. Again, this is that idea of separation. Like, this is this energy. And I think this is coming up for a couple reasons. One, exactly what I talked about, like separating here, especially since it's coming up after the 8 of Cups. This is separating us from those that did not, the things that did not serve us, those that didn't love us, you know, unconditionally. But I think this also, we'll see with the next card that comes out, but I think this is also about having to learn these lessons on your own, having to, you know, go through these trials and tribulations. You wouldn't learn the same thing if someone was next to you, because you would have had some extra support. You would have had the wisdom of another. Not that that wouldn't help you, but it's very Wizard of Oz. You know, if I told you that in the beginning, Dorothy, you wouldn't have believed me. Like, that's exactly what this energy is. Like, this is a healing that would not have happened unless you were doing it on your own. You had to stand on your own 2 feet. You had to be your own person through it. Prince of Swords. Yep, this is learning, this is understanding, for sure. This also is kind of a solo energy. But again, this prince is all about understanding. He's a prince of the mind. I need to understand. I need to know why. This is a truth seeker as well. So again, this is going through this quest for understanding. And again, you could only do it by yourself, because you needed to know what did not serve you, what was hurting you, what didn't feel good. Okay, this doesn't feel good, so I need to separate from this. You know, until I find something that feels right, I need to be alone so that I can know what this feels like. This is the understanding, you know. And I think some of us learn that way. Like, we don't learn by just being shown the answer. We need to see the wrong thing so we know what the wrong looks like, so we can recognize the good, if that makes sense. Yes. 6 of Swords, another card of leaving. This is leaving, you know, stormy, choppy seas for calmer waters. Again, now that we have this truth, this understanding, we're moving away from all of this. This is spiritually moving away from it. This is like making the choice and the action. To me, this is the travel. This is the physically moving away from it. Yes, it's swords, so we're kind of talking about the mind, but this is knowing that we need to separate from it, and this is making the decision to actually act on it and move away. 7 of Wands, another solo card. Again, this is about this journey. It's a little, okay, it's sticking out a little bit. Oh well. Here, you can see it here. 7 of Wands, to me, 7 of Wands is not a block. It's about, you know, finding your own voice and using it and harnessing it. That is what we're operating from. You know, from your own personal voice, not influenced by any others. Doesn't matter how many other wands or how many other opinions are being flung at you. You're like, nope, I got mine. It's right here. It's brighter than any of yours. I don't give a hoot what your opinion is. I have mine. This is my life. These are my rules. This is how I'm going to do it. That is the place we needed to get to before all of these things came out. Because if, again, once you fully know who you are, then you know what you need. Then you know what to ask for. Then you know what this wish needs to be to, you know, make you feel fulfilled. Until you know who you are, how do you know what you need? How do you know what your compliment is? This was about finding your voice and finding who you are. Oh my God, I almost called you Dorothy. I'm getting real Wizard of Oz right now. I'm turning into Glinda. It's going to be a thing. Oh, I want one more. I was going to stop there, but I want one more. Yes! Oh, I knew it. I knew it. Okay. 5 of Wands. So this is my inner conflict card. This is the doubt. This is why we had to get to this 7 of Wands part. So this 5 of Wands, this is that inner doubt. This is that inner saboteur. You needed to be stronger than this doubt. Because I think a lot of you had to face this. And this is what got you in trouble before. Especially if for those of you who this is a relationship, this unrequited love and all of this, all these lessons here. I think the biggest reason you ended up in those situations was because you were settling. There was this doubt that was like, oh, I'm not good enough to get the quarterback. You know, just making examples. I'm not good enough for the quarterback. Oh, this person's so out of my league. Oh, I mean, I don't like that this person does this or does that. But, you know, this is, you know, he likes me. He must really like me. So this is going to be good. No, Mary, like this is what allowed you and made you think settling was the best route of action. There is no more settling for you. You know who you are. You know what you need. There is no reason to pick anything other than this. And I think at this point, you are so strong and so in your power, this has no power over you. Is it still going to be there? Yeah, you're always going to hear that little voice. But now you can literally look at it in the face and be like, shut the fuck up. I don't give a shit what you say. Oh, sorry, I got real there. Woo! All right. But again, that's really what this is. You know, and I took a peek at it earlier, but bottom of the deck. Sorry, I'm trying to get it in the center. But King of Wands. This to me is you in your, you know, passionate, fiery self. This is someone super passionate, but super in touch with their desires. This person is also very charismatic. By knowing what you want and being very high vibe, you are attracting and pulling in the vibrational match. You know, because you're not going to suffer anything else. You're not going to suffer anything less. Yes, are other people going to see you as the light and be super drawn to you? Yeah. Are you going to fall for anything? No, not at all. But again, this is the place of mastery that we needed to get to. And I think with this journey, we are there. It was all meant to really find your voice and find who you are so you can pair appropriately and really match this grand vision that you have been asking for. Oh, that was intense. That was really good. I mean, you know what? Let's pull one more. Why not? Stop it. And then we get the Lover's card, another card of union. Again, how is the other person going to know you're the match if you don't even know who you are yet? I'm looking for the other star. Oh, I'm a star. I'm the star. Like, oh, again, this is union, this is counterparts. Oh, I'm so excited. So excited. Oh, I can't. Okay, I'm going to call it there. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep flipping. Like, we're there. We got it. Whoa. Super, super excited. I think if anything, the biggest thing that I just want to say, especially about this, like the tarot reading, the tarot spread in particular, was really about this solo journey, the having to find your voice, the having to go through the struggles on your own. You know, if you're still kind of in this, if it's not completely over, especially mentally, I think a lot of us, that's where we tend to linger in it for a longer place. Physically, we may actually be out of it, but you know, we keep kind of replaying the events, and especially since we're going into a retrograde, you know, that's kind of what happens. Retrograde tends to bring things up so we can re-examine it, so we can look at it over again. This is really the moment where you get to filter it one more time and watch it through, almost like rewatching a movie, and kind of see how everything played out, how you played out in it. You know, what was done, what was said, how you reacted, how they reacted, all these kind of things. And then really realize, oh my gosh, I survived. I made it through. This is what I learned. Oh my God, when this happened, I felt this way. How I got out of that was by feeling this or doing this or understanding that. You know, and you start, if you haven't yet, you start piecing all these little pieces together, again, to get that higher perspective, to get that broader vision of the scope and really assemble this like, I keep just thinking of this like diorama of who you are. Like if you almost like made a collage of, you know, like I want this tenacity, I want this sense of humor, I want this, you know, level of compassion, I want this to, you know, and then kind of put all these pieces together and you've like built this ideal person, and then you've arrived at this point where you look at it and you're like, wait, that's me. You know what I mean? Like you are the ideal. You are the person you wanted to be. I don't even know what to say. So freaking stoked about it. All right. This is a lot. I totally was going to lay them out. So I'm just going to lay them out. You can get a little peek. So we got separation, unrequited love, ultimately passion. And layer those together. Turquoise Lotus Mother, the Yin Empress, Empress of the Pearl, Blessings of the Maiden. So again, this is about accepting your gifts, being authentic, you know, using your talents, owning it. Umaya, having hope, understanding your beauty, finding inspiration to keep high vibe. Success, knowing you're worthy. Eye of Horus, this broader perspective. Having the perception of the divine assistance and divine love that is around you, and also the idea of what's coming into fruition, what is about to be born. Again, here's our little pseudo pregnant Isis. We've got higher learning, faith, benevolence, heart awakening, light activation, being the light, being authentic, being high vibe, living your joy, and the Divine Father, this inner guidance, co-creating with the universe. Oh, stuff is crazy. It's going to be lit. All right. I'm so sorry this was long, but it had to happen, needed to be said. I would almost say you may even want to rewatch this video later. I feel like a lot was said, so you may have to process it in chunks, maybe. I don't know. But lots of good things coming our way. All right, my loves, I'm going to wrap it up here. As always, sending you guys lots of love, lots of light. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. I know this is kind of a one-off random video. Maybe more to come. I don't know. Again, I've said it before, but if you haven't watched the daily for March 5th, definitely check that out. It's kind of what kickstarted all of this. Love you guys lots. If you have anything to share, drop it in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you. This is the first time I've done one of these, like, just kind of one-off readings, so I'd like to know what you thought about it. Again, I'm so sorry, it was crazy. This is way longer than I normally have them. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. Let me know what's going on, or maybe how it resonated, what you were feeling. Yeah, I'm gonna send you guys out. Have a good one. Send you guys lots of love. Bye.